Anita.
Tonight, we're going to tear into the XCR 800 engine. All right, well, there's not much more to say. I mean, we're going to tear this motor down. We're going to find out what it looks like. I don't know that we'll actually learn whether the sled has 10,700 miles or not, but we'll at least, we'll look at the Nikasil, we'll look at the crank. I'm going to get this motor cleaned up before it goes back in. It's filthy. I want to look at the reeds. We got to look at the exhaust valves. Basically, we got to tear it down to the crank. The crank's got to come out. So, go!
Bring you along for the journey.
All right.
Oh, and he spills all over the place.
2 drops.
Geez.
So I'm going to start here.
Did you put the pizza in? Okay, you got to
Yeah,
go. Okay.
pizza's in.
Thanks,
So
patrons.
this is a 14 millimeter clutch bolt on these XCRs, so I had to find a 21 millimeter socket. Luckily,
Came right out.
comes right out. Oh, now we got to get the socket for my puller. Also lucky, I have the puller. Lonnie, are you showing them the back of your shirt?
Yes, I am.
That's awesome.
Justin.
Yep. Lube your puller. Do not gall your threads on your puller or your clutch.
Yup. Anti-sneeze.
Hopefully this is the right one. I've had this puller for a long time, and I believe it works. Sure seems like it's going to work. Let's see if it'll actually pop the clutch off. Come on.
Hey, we got a winner.
All right, I got the right puller.
Got ourselves a winner.
I was on the verge of grabbing a
So,
2-pounder.
so can I start?
Okay, but you gotta like not have your back to the camera. We gotta do something, but
All right then.
we gotta. Yeah, I want to take these off. Lonnie wants to see the exhaust valves really bad.
I do. I want to see how that works. So, do I have to worry about the spring in there, or just pull them off?
I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
We haven't done one.
I
yet.
have
10 millimeter.
Yep, I have never worked on exhaust valves.
Hey, Lonnie.
Right then.
Yeah,
welcome
let's
back.
just pop these forward. Yeah, welcome back, old man.
Yeah, buddy. Good to be back in the shop. It's been a minute. Had a little bit of stuff going on.
Stuff's flowing downhill now anyway. That's a plus.
The what?
Stuff is flowing downhill
Yeah, it's getting
at the home front.
Yeah,
That's a
getting-
plus.
back. It's back to flowing downhill.
All right, so
what's going on?
let's have a look here. All right,
All right,
so
then.
here's that
There is
spring.
a spring, yeah.
It's that spring I told you about. It's got a yellow stripe on it. You can see this cap was just a quick change on the spring.
Oh, okay. So you can just change the tension on those, or what?
Yep.
Okay.
And then see what this does.
Yep.
All right, so now we got to get a little metric.
I need a metric hex, probably
yeah.
an 8.
Something like
Thinking.
that.
Right on.
Going mobile.
Yeah, thank you, Dennis.
Very curious about these.
So we're just blasting these apart gently.
So the spring.
Yep.
Okay.
We're going to be keeping track of stuff tonight. Folks,
Yeah.
you want to show this, Dennis?
Look at this out over here. We got like
You got Ziploc bags and we got paper.
Okay, yep.
And we're going to write what's in the Ziploc on paper, tear it off, and put it in there.
That one's yellow as well.
Well, they should all be the same.
Well, yeah, but you never
Yeah,
know.
what if?
Right? We're looking at things, right?
what if?
Right?
Isn't that the whole idea of the teardown is to look at things?
Yep.
All right, then.
I'm super anxious. I've been excited to get this motor apart, well, pretty much since the day I got it. Overall, it seems like a good motor. I mean, it's got good compression. 135, 130, 135. It ran, but it didn't run like it should have. The clutching might have been part. So this one's perhaps a little more sticky. That one's nice and
Do that
free.
again, Lonnie.
That one's free.
What the camera
It looks
does
a different color too. See the plate on it?
That would be rust.
It's got corrosion. This spring is a little rustier.
That'd be rust. It's got some
It's
rust.
colored dirt.
Yep.
So I've got new bellows for this.
Okay.
All right, let's get one off.
off.
Yeah. Let's get to the next stage.
Well, you are kind of like an expectant father right now, aren't
Well, I've never worked on an exhaust valve motor before.
you? Oh, well, so I see. I thought I was the only one.
No.
Oh shit! No wonder
This
you're
is
excited.
the
about
first
it.
one ever in the speed shop.
What's
So
it hanging up?
a
on?
gasket.
Okay, there we go.
So there's
look
your
at
your
that.
exhaust valve, and this is how it
What
works.
the hell?
The pressure moves it in and out. The spring pushes it. She's dirty.
Oh yeah.
She's dirty. She's a little galled up.
Yeah, it is.
She's kind of gross, but
I guess Hot Donna has been around a little more than we thought.
probably. She's all carboned
From the
and
70s.
Donna's carboned and gooey. Boy, look at the scoring on
Yeah,
on
look at
here.
that. Holy crap!
All right, and I know you have to apply heat to get this nut off the top, so that'll be later.
All right, so
Let's,
Do you want to label?
do we want to keep these with the cylinder? Do we want to label them with the cylinder?
Well, I'm going to get everything cleaned, so I don't know
Shouldn't
how
matter.
we do that.
Shouldn't matter.
Well, what I'm saying is, once I clean it, we can't just write on it with a Sharpie. We'd have to.
You need some hang tags.
etch it somehow. With
Well, we're not going to have a hang tag on it when we clean it either.
I don't think it should matter.
Let's keep going. We'll keep them with the cylinders for now. It shouldn't matter.
No.
Unless we see one with more damage than the rest, and then we can
Yeah,
look
see,
back
that's-
as we get further into
Right,
it.
that's what I
and
was
see
thinking. Is if you've got one that's worse than the rest.
Ooh,
Just the same, full of carbon. This has not been cleaned for a long
For
time.
10,700 miles.
The shaft is not as scored up on this one. All right,
Nope.
let's do the next one.
All right, that one goes. That one goes with that one. That one goes with that one.
You know, you don't know what kind of oil he used in the tank either.
It looked blue.
Okay,
That's
there,
that's not good.
His whole life.
better than
His whole
oil.
life. Yeah,
That brand.
4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
possibly not Am's
There we
oil.
Well, we don't. You know,
Yes, exactly.
we don't know. Really, we don't know much of the history of the sled.
Yeah.
So that one doesn't want to come out.
And you see that as the rusty one.
Oh wow!
Ooh, that one's
She's
dirty.
super dirty. All right, we needed to do this.
Yes.
She's dirty, but she's less scored up. All right, so let's put all the nuts and bolts and springs in this bag, Lon.
Okay.
Then we'll know what's what.
All right.
Is that where the leak was?
And we got a little piece of paper that says X valve. We put that right in there. Better than writing on the bag with a Sharpie. 100%.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Well, now this goes somewhere.
That can go right there for now. All right. Want to come around on this side, Dennis?
Certainly.
Let's take the coils off next.
While you're doing that, do we want to take the?
Let's keep going like one at a time thing.
Yeah, let's show them that way we don't miss anything.
We all learn together.
Are the coils going to be packed individually too, stay in PTO mag and center, or?
Well, that's a good
Looks
point.
like they're
I think
all wired
coils
together,
definitely
huh?
should be kept separate.
Well, we know that the wiring is critical on these, right?
Yeah.
I was going to leave them all plugged in together.
Correct, and we'll put them all in one big bag.
We'll
But
write
I'll
on
mark
it.
each.
You make a marker.
Yeah, take a.
Right on each coil what cylinder
Yeah.
it came off of, and that we'll be able to keep
I don't.
track
I
of.
don't see any need
with
to
the
unplug
silver.
these wires.
Correct.
That gives a lot of people trouble on these. It's not like an XLT where they all fire at once. Each one fires individually.
Right, so correct. Mark them on the backside and we'll put them in 1 gallon with the screws.
We'll just clean off the Sharpie later.
Uh-oh. What's that mean?
It's just a
the
little
video.
screen. It means we've been filming for 10
Got
minutes.
it. Got it. Tapped it and went away.
Yep.
So is clutch side always the PTO?
Clutch means PTO.
Power.
Power.
Take off.
Right.
Hoser.
Take off hoser, eh?
Eh.
Is that for our Canadian friends, eh?
Yeah.
right, eh?
Eh.
Stratocheck might have got a little of that out at the Eagle River, being as he's from Canada.
Yeah, it looks like you guys had a good time out there.
Oh, Eagle River was great.
Those had nuts on the back of them.
Yep, I've been gathering them over here.
Yeah.
So, all right, so you can see if we leave the coils, and they do have the length of wire is probably a pretty good clue, so we probably could interchange them.
Only if you unplug them.
But we're going to do that, and we're going to throw all these in there, and I don't think we need a piece of paper with this one.
No, pretty
Kind of know what coils look like, don't we?
Captain Obvious.
Yeah. So there we go. All right, she's looking a little more barren. Let's knock this water off top. This water manifold.
Oh, you know what that does?
Oh, Tommy, let's keep all the bags on the table because eventually I'm gonna have a box.
Or a total.
Yeah, if we.
All right.
Eventually, there's gonna be a box for all the bags of stuff. So.
All right.
Oh, look at that. It's got Christmas stuff on it.
Yeah.
Fancy.
That's the mood right there.
Yeah, I stole Mrs. Speed Shop's fancy Christmas Ziplocs because those were the only gallon size we had. Not much to learn from the water jacket, but back to the H2O jacket.
Lonnie, you want to go next? I know you're antsy.
Nah,
What are you gonna do? You want to do the head covers, Lon?
Yeah, we can do that, or we can get these exhaust flanges off.
Okay, do those.
Either one.
You do those. I'll go round up a 12 and a 13, so we got and a 14, so we got whatever we need.
Yeah, I mean, these shouldn't be, like, too revealing. We'll be able to see the pistons for the first time.
Then we need them off to clean them.
Oh, we're gonna see the pistons real good in a bit
that's the
because
wrong side.
cylinders are coming off.
This is what happens when I haven't been able to get my hands dirty for a very long time.
And those are all different angles, so they
I
need to go
see
back
that,
on the
yeah.
same
Oh, yeah, we gotta-
So each one.
So Dennis, get a really good
bag.
shot of that with the camera so
Yeah.
we could see how this
This
is.
one's straight. This one's a little more of an angle,
Super
and that's
angle.
a little less angle.
Yeah, super angle is the middle one.
You got scissors?
Straight.
Yeah,
Is,
on the desk, I think.
straight is PTO side, so
There, got it. All right.
All right, let's look at the spark plugs next.
it's not looking
Well,
too
that's
bad.
disgusting. She's wet.
I've had worse.
Yeah,
That one's better. The middle was definitely running better than the mag side. And the PTO.
Ugh.
So the mag was pretty oily and wet. And the other two were not horrible. I got a guess on which carb the needle and seat were not sealing very well on.
I'm going to cut it in.
A bit of build up in there. It's not too bad.
Thanks for being cameraman, Dennis.
Oh, yeah. Well, that
Oh,
long,
now,
we need
now we're in
extender.
trouble.
Well, you need a little extension?
Pumps in the
Oh,
way.
well, water pump's in the way.
Well, okay. Let's lay this motor down
Hold on, one more.
and we will get this water pump out of here.
Water pump, water pump.
All right. So,
Here you go.
need the
Oh.
M10.
PCM.
This is the China water pump. We're going to look at this eventually. But here you go. Give her a
Reverse oscillation.
Oh, we got a. Do I get a short socket? That's loose. I can get out with my
Can it
fingers.
fit or not?
How about this last one? I think there's only
Yeah, if I can get to it.
3. Is there 4?
I don't see a 4.
Can you get that one all the way out with that? What is that?
I don't know. It's some kind of little breather thing.
Are you sure there's not a fourth in here?
Coming around.
I would think so. You want to balance it for a sec,
Yep, I
Lon?
got it.
Let's look at the. I'm gonna fingerprint up my brand new water pump, tin water pump.
Yeah, what is this?
There's definitely a fourth one. Well, no, there's not. Or is there? Oh, the fourth one's super long. This is the
This
fourth
one.
one.
Oh,
This
okay.
is the fourth one.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So we're all looking down in the wrong area for
Yeah,
number
we
4.
were.
All right.
That,
That's 4, and they're all loose, right?
that one's loose.
Yeah, I'm loose. That one we
So-
can't tell because of that whatever that
No,
thing
it's
is.
it's loose. So now it's in an O-ring up here.
Yeah.
So we gotta
Pop her out.
this one. Does this one come out?
Yep.
Okay, so we got the one that's kind of captured. Oh, hit it with
Is that thing-
hit it with the impact. It'll spin out. That's like some kind of weird little sight glass thing. So
Is it on the other water pump?
no,
Whoop,
because
sorry guys.
that's okay. No, because this is the cheap China pump, and it's not the right pump for this motor. You see how the exhaust was chewing into this bolt head here? It's the wrong.
And right here.
Yeah, it's the wrong pump for an Ultra, or for this. It's for an Ultra. It's the wrong pump for this.
All right then.
All right, so we got a little bit of maybe a little pry bar action. There we go. So we just had to get her off the O-ring here.
Yep.
And first look, I mean, the gear looks pretty nice, but Tim tells me you can't get that gear off and use it on a Polaris pump.
So where's that pump going?
Probably into Tim's garbage pile after Tim and I take it apart and compare them. Future video will be an excursion to Water Pump Tim's to take that apart with them so we can show the difference.
All right. That's the M side.
Yep.
Oh, was that piston scored? Shit.
Really?
Oh yeah. Look at that.
You're not being funny?
Yeah,
No,
great.
That's
All right.
That's what I was saying. We get our first look at the pistons.
And that's the one that was stick. That's the one that.
Middle one's pretty nice.
PTO's not
PTO's
bad. A little
not
bit
bad,
of scored,
but
but
yeah.
that one right there. Yeah. That
Well, the good news is I already bought new pistons.
one. Oh, there you go then.
So, pizza break?
Pizza break. Pizza break. Pizza.
All right, patrons, thanks for the pizzas and the beers. You're keeping us fueled for the night.
Good.
Or the reeds, probably.
Recoil.
pizza.
Right on.
We're recoiling. Overly documented.
Yeah.
You get one on that side.
Why not?
I got one more over
There's
here.
at least one more, yeah.
Nope.
Am I on it?
Nope.
All right. Hey, they didn't do the stupid hard to get
Third time.
recoil bolt.
Parts. Oh, that's your
Recoil bolts.
head gasket.
Put it on the bag. Or put it in the bag. The note.
Tommy made all these little squares.
Oh, isn't that nice? Heck yeah.
There, it didn't get away from
Surprised you
me.
don't have the old school click, 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 click.
I have it at home.
All right, Lon.
We're doing this.
Why don't you get the cup off? There's 6 of them in there.
Get the cup off. Cup. All right.
Is it Cooper Cup? Oh, that ain't.
All right. Flywheel nut. Here, put the flywheel nut in with those.
I will when you give it to me.
That didn't seem very tight.
Got a washer
That
on there
did
too.
not seem tight at all.
The washer.
There's a washer.
All right, there you go. I'll get the.
Where I come from, that's called a washer.
I'd like to see where the R is in the spelling of that word.
How many R's are in that word?
That's a. Yeah, I know there's
Don't
one at
y'all
the
wash?
end.
Don't y'all wash the dishes up here?
And there is no D in importance.
Just with Worcestershire.
Tight on that.
There we go.
All right, plenty of NICs on that. Always has been. And
Famous last words.
Stand back, boys and girls.
woofda.
Come on.
That was a pretty tight flywheel.
That's why they didn't have the nut tight. Didn't matter.
Right? Didn't matter.
How's that end look?
That's why we have the SLP Super Duty puller. The cheap puller would have not have removed that. The cheap puller would have stripped the threads or bent.
You got your hammer screwdriver?
Yeah, that'd be the next thing.
It's in the wrench drawer.
It's in the wrench drawer.
No, it's in the hammer screwdriver drawer, Dennis.
Where is it?
I'll get it.
Let's see, we want to go this way. So, yep, got it. I don't know if I can reach over that far.
Oh, your knee's not going to let you? No, not those. These out here.
Oh.
Yeah. That one looks kind of rounded already.
Oh boy.
Lonnie, I think I want to do that one. There,
Here,
that one is.
You turn it.
No, that one's all fucked up. Let me do both parts. I don't want.
He's got a good angle
I don't
on it,
want to
too.
blame you if it gets wrecked. Okay.
I don't give a shit.
I know you don't, but I do. All right. Here, you stand where I was.
I know what you are.
You can
Well,
do
what
the
am I?
rest. You can do the rest. That one is. This one, the stator's been off before by someone that was like a gorilla or something. They didn't know what tool.
They didn't have a hammer.
They didn't have the right stuff. Yup. See you down there. Come on. That's not gonna work. All right then.
Yeah.
It's like magic. Is there a mark that you should note now?
Yep.
for
Hang on.
rotation
Hang on.
before you move?
This is not getting vapor honed, so there is a little point right there where it goes.
Yep.
And we're gonna
a
get
mark,
out.
and there's a mark on the.
We're gonna get out the old Sharpie. Wait, I got a Sharpie over here.
Yeah. There's already a mark, but
Yeah, there's a.
then you'll know.
Well, a lot of times there's multiple marks.
Right.
Oh.
So we want to make sure we know
That's
the mark. That should work.
Roger that.
Yeah, she's dirty.
We'll put those in with the rest of the recoil
Yeah, might as
stuff
well.
or the cup stator cup stuff. We'll know which three those are.
Maybe try to find a new one or a different one for this one. That's pretty. That's
Yeah.
pretty chewed up.
We'll find one.
Right on.
We aren't going to reuse that one. That one's substandard.
Is that going?
Yeah, should be. Let me see. Yeah, it's working.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Now we gotta get this little rubber boot to pop through there. Right, there we go.
I think the red means it's recording up on the mic.
Oh, look at that.
All right.
Yeah, this is the easiest motor to ever get the rubber boot out of. Well, this and every other motor that's
Because you
based
don't
on
have
an
to get it
Ultra.
out. It just
yeah,
comes
it's not.
out.
It's not pressed in. It's just.
It's not in a hole. It's in a slot.
Yep. Pretty nice, actually. I like that.
All right, let's come around this side, Lon, and let's blast some reed cages off.
All right.
Since you're the wrench tonight.
Well, I'm just.
He wants to get his hands
Feeling
dirty.
good about
I'm good
being
with
able
that.
to wrench again.
Yeah.
Does that got to come off?
Yep.
We're gonna hang on to that.
Yep. That'll go in the bag with all the nuts and bolts.
Between the four of us, we should remember that it goes down the lower mag.
Yep. Or in the middle, on the bolt.
Sure. We'll look back on video.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, if we put it on the wrong one, it won't reach the
Yeah,
wires. So.
Zachary.
All right.
Zachary,
so
what's he got to do?
two bolts and two nuts.
A couple more down there.
Okay.
Did you buy that from Eric?
Did it?
So we have to have it on the floor and mention it tonight.
No, when I put it on Patty, I'm gonna.
Doesn't look too bad.
It'll show up on Patty.
Are you
Reeds
doing
look
new
okay?
reeds? Oh, you didn't know yet.
Doesn't look too bad.
Oh, is that this one's?
That one's a little.
There's
chewed.
the reeds are bad. We've already found
Oh,
a,
yeah, it is,
We've already
yeah.
found a chipped reed, so that can account for a lot of the issues on that cylinder.
Yeah, we're
Let's see.
mag
So
cylinder
this,
is
so this is
several
a
things.
fuel line on the bottom side, right?
That's an oil line, Lonnie.
Oh, that's an oil.
That's the oil. Here's your pliers for
I
the.
already got it.
Oh, you got it. All right.
Yep.
So it looks like V-force reeds. V-force reeds are going to be used.
Yeah, that one is definitely.
That one's done,
Yep.
and you don't replace just one.
All right.
So I'll bag each one of those with the location also then.
Nah. We're gonna
Okay.
we're throwing V forces on this.
The housings are all the same. I can't see from over here.
Yeah, they're the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
They can go in a big bag then
Yeah.
with all the bolts too.
That's a good idea.
You don't need that.
My first one of the day.
GFI. Tommy.
Thank you.
Here, just throw them right in the bag, Lon. Yep, they come apart. No biggie. How's that one look? Pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad.
That one's
that
still
one's
okay.
chipped. That one's chipped right there.
Oh, yeah, these reeds are junk.
Nope.
They were.
Well,
They were
10,000 miles. I mean, if they've been only replaced once, or who
Yep.
knows?
Right. Yeah.
if they've ever been replaced. I mean, these carbs still have the green slide in them. Now, important note, look at how this oil line goes up and around on this one instead of down and under.
Ah.
Interesting.
We'll be looking back at this.
Oh yeah, I'll watch this. I'll watch this raw
No.
footage.
That was for
This
the.
is that.
Oh, that's
is-
the fourth oil line.
That's the fourth oil line.
for-
That,
for
this
the
one is
bearing,
actually
yeah.
down here in
They
the
have
corner
that on
like the
here?
other
All
two.
right, good, good. I like the fourth oil line.
Oh yeah,
Yep, that's the fourth one.
yeah. That's what they needed
Oh,
to do
yeah,
to all the
those are
650s,
junk.
all
That
the
one's
redheads
chipped,
that we've
one's
destroyed.
chipped. Yeah, that one's definitely junk.
Yep, V-Force reads it is. I was hoping not to spend the money, but I'm spending the money.
Come on. Oh.
Where'd the pliers go?
Come
Oh,
on.
here.
All right.
Bingo!
All right.
Alright.
Big bag of reeds. All right, why don't you do the fourth oil line, and then let's knock the oil pump off. That's some vegetation there.
Some kind of vegetation.
Do it at the... Leave it together there and do it over at the...
This side?
Yeah, do it there. That'll help me determine which one it should be.
Got a screwdriver? There it comes.
All right. Usually... What, you got a T in there in the fuel lines?
Yeah, there's a clamp in there. See if I can get my fingers on it.
What is there, a T and it goes back into the middle, or what?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's leave it till we get the cylinders off.
No, I just about got it.
We got it?
Yep.
All right, so what's holding that pump on? Is it 2 Phillips screws? That's what it normally is.
Yep. One here. Yep, 2.
You know what to do.
Yeah. We're still set up. Yep.
And let me guess, they're the next size down.
Yep.
Yeah,
Too
they're
big.
small.
Got the front and rear bumpers painted and put back on the 82 TXL.
Nice.
Ready for LOL. We must have hit that 7-minute lull thing or whatever.
Well, we're all watching Lonnie. All right.
We're gonna fast forward through this.
So if any
All the
other,
screws in there.
yep, both screws. If any other spacers or sleeves come out, they got to end up in that bag.
There are
Yep.
nothing else. Nothing
Oh.
else came out. But what's?
All right, we're gonna flip it, rotate.
Sit on it.
Oh, wait a minute. I lied.
Yeah, I thought there was spacer.
Hold on. I got a sleeve and a spacer.
The spacer was inside or outside?
Outside. So
Okay.
so the sleeve goes in first, and then the spacer goes on top of the sleeve.
Okay.
Nope.
That needs to go in the other bucket of chassis stuff. And guessing we need the usual 5/8. Tom, you want to catch them? We're gonna. Okay, so we have this. We had this plate on the mag side.
Interesting.
An alignment shit. Oh, we had a plate on each side. So not alignment.
Where did that
shims.
washer come from? That big one there?
That came off
from
the
the-
motor mount.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Look at this design. Sits flat.
We're getting to the,
It doesn't have a chunk hanging off that you got to put the board
That's
underneath.
cool as hell.
almost like they were thinking about racing.
Huh?
Like racing.
Maybe.
All right. Eds, Lonnie, you still want to do this?
Rip into it, me. Get her done.
Give her. As stuck as the other one. All right.
The O-ring that's now a flat ring.
As expected, and these heads all say N, and the N is all this way. The ends are all this way, and the blank pad's towards the exhaust side.
Link pad
I
to
don't know.
the exhaust side.
I don't know if that matters, but go ahead and hammer them off. Let's get. This is what we're dying to see. We're coming up on it. Tommy, you want to rate head bolt on a tag?
It's
I think we'll know what they are, but
heads or tails. Oh, that's just a. Oh.
okay, one. And these shouldn't matter where they go. All right. Well, the heads all look pretty good, other than this dowel pin is. Is that dowel pin loose? Yeah. The dowel pin's
Well,
loose.
that's the only one that stayed in.
this one's-
See, the rest are still.
This one's
like
this
one
one's
stuck
had
in the head.
something crushed inside.
Oh yeah,
of there.
this motor's been rebuilt. Now we know that for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
the rest of them
this
are
was-
stuck in the head.
That center one had something crushed inside of that. Look at that.
Yep. Yep. So the Nickel looks pretty good, I'm gonna say. Let's
You need
wait.
a light? You want a light?
Yeah, we're gonna need a light.
Ow, 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 ow. Watch out for that tail.
And it doesn't look too bad. This O-ring was trying to climb out, but this cylinder had good compression. This O-ring doesn't match the other two. The other two are like an orange-brown silicone.
What do you think? Yeah, you run the light.
Yeah. Well, we're not worn through it, so we go. I don't see anything
How does the
real
wash
bad.
look? See the wash on the mag as compared to the other two?
Yeah, this one was running super fat. That's the one I think the needle and seat was garbage on. The other two are about right on the wash. So the wash is this pattern where the carbon's been washed off due to the fuel. This one's been running real rich. This one's been running less rich, and this one's been in between, which tells me there's some carb issues. The exhaust valve, we'll show you when we get some cylinders off how the exhaust valve works. But yeah, we're mainly going to clean up. I mean, it's at almost 11,000. Hey, that was good. It's an almost 11,000 mile motor, right? So there's going to be something. And it's clearly been into a couple times. I mean,
Well, you would think it would with that many miles on it.
yeah. And people were doing it like one hole at a time as stuff went down. Here you go, Lon. I'll give you the long wrench. I'll go get the short one.
Stuff apart.
All right, I already pulled the cylinder off because I couldn't wait. And piston's not horrible.
Yeah, it looked a lot worse from
This
the
one,
side.
this one has standard stamped in it. That one does. Well, of course, they should be standard. Yeah, they all say standard. This is the first XCR 800, so I couldn't tell you if these are OEM or aftermarket or what. We may take a look a little more after we get them off of there.
Once again, we're going back to Mag. Maggie is being the beat up girl.
Well, the dowel pin, the other dowel pin fell out of the PTO head now.
Right there.
Yeah, we gotta get that in the bag with the head bolts, along with hopefully the other one.
Head bolts.
Is the other one in there? Well, I hope it is.
Don't know.
All right.
I forgot that's the finger I tried to take off with the hammer.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So there we go. We're gonna get the pistons out next.
Get that sensor.
I mean, it doesn't look bad. Let's see. Can't really do much of a rod wiggle. They walk back and forth nice. This pin's going to push right out. I can see that. Are all that loose?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All the pins are
That's nice.
free. All right. All right. Let's see if I can catch that right. The circlip.
Jesus clip.
You got a ball? Oh,
Piston away. Oh, that helped. I pushed the pin away.
No. Where everybody going?
Lonnie's got the pops.
Sit.
Oh, we are going to have to give it a tap.
No, go
Oh,
away.
just a push. Piston's out. Looks like a cast piston. Some kind of N in there. Maybe a Nomura. I'm not sure. They want to take it wherever Dennis is.
Told you, it's too dark and muddy out now. I'll be the one slipping and falling in the mud.
All right, we get all the pistons off.
Bam.
And they're not horrible, but I'm
Two
not.
out of three aren't bad.
Well, I'm not going to reuse them just out of principle. This one's. Yeah, I know. This one's not great, but. It's not great, but I've ran worse, and it worked. That's life.
But that was on like a 340 TX that we weren't really worried about.
That's not something we were beating the heck out of grass dragging,
Yeah.
but yeah.
With less power.
Yeah. All right. Back at it. Just getting the water jacket off. No
Look
big
at that
deal.
Gasket.
That's
We're learning a lot tonight, though.
that's all they are.
And now, is there a complete gasket kit that you can buy from Polaris for this engine?
Well, you can
Or-
get it from
eBay.
Vertex.
Okay.
That used to be Winter Rosa, or a few other places. Yeah, I have a complete gasket kit for it already. Crank seals, the whole works. Okay.
All crazy.
Oh no, I did that one out of order. Oh no. It'll never run again.
You gonna take these loose?
Probably, no.
Ooh, those are kind of hidden from my view. I meant to do them earlier. Looks pretty disassembled to me.
Tappy.
Kept time.
She's a little bonded. Let's get a better hammer for that.
There we go.
I'm gonna rotate it gently so I can get more of a swing on this little boss. There's a lot of glue. There she goes.
Always hit on the bosses.
Well, you want to hit on something that ain't gonna break off. Oh, got a water pump gasket holding it on.
Part of a water pump gasket.
There we go. She's coming apart now.
Alright.
Plenty of goop in there. Not bad.
God, those flashbacks.
Yeah.
All right. Now I gotta clean my hands or wipe them off before I start handling the crank a lot. They're kind of gritty from everything.
Where do you want to put that?
Well, we're gonna kind of reassemble the motor for some vapor hone action.
Oh.
All right, so pop that out.
Sparky to seal.
It's not bad. That doesn't sound bad. That doesn't sound bad. That doesn't sound bad. Yeah, that one maybe needs some help.
Of course, it's in the middle.
I think it was
sounds
just the
good.
way it was echoing.
Ooh, that one's on.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm tempted to get it rebuilt as long as it's apart. We do have a local guy with a stellar reputation for rebuilding these. My buddy Mike Fugelberg just had one done by him. Was real happy with it. Yeah, this has been rebuilt, I think. Maybe not, but did they come with a P stamped in them and these other numbers stamped in? I'm not seeing any numbers on any of the others, though.
Oh.
That's the loudest. Yeah, I can hear that all the way over here, and I've got hearing aids.
Yeah, I'd say the crank's getting rebuilt. I mean, why take the chance? And
They don't feel bad.
well, we could run it, but remember that time we had one that we thought felt really good? No, Lonnie's.
Yeah, yeah.
Lonnie's TX 340. I'll maybe have to put a clip of that in for people that didn't see that video. I will say, even though we ran it, we
Well, that was even the second. That was the second crank we put in it.
yeah.
That one's, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going to get anything done, I'm going to get the whole thing done, or he'll check it over and do whatever he needs to. So that's it. Complete motor teardown. Now it's reconditioned, clean, put it back together. What time is it?
6:33.
When did we start? 5:30?
5:30.
Yeah, so an hour of working slow, having some pizza, drinking a couple beers with the buds.
And a table full of parts.
A table full of parts. All right, let's close out the video. So there you go. It was a 2-beer job.
Yeah.
2-ish.
2 beers.
Ish.
So it's all good. How long have we been working at this?
An hour, maybe.
I think, yeah, it was like an hour to tear the motor down, and we had a pizza break in the middle and shut off the camera and
Chit-chat.
chit chat and all that.
Yeah, and
so.
it was the first time around on one of these, so we all kind of looked at it and took a little bit of knowledge.
It was, but it wasn't, because we have done Ultra motors before. We did Brad's Ultra. Really, the main difference between this and an Ultra is a little bigger bore and exhaust valves.
Those exhaust valves, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, you were going to show us that, by the way.
The exhaust valves?
Yes, how the exhaust valve works in there.
Oh, where in the heck did that go?
In a bag.
Good question. They're over there.
Oh
in a
my
bag
goodness.
somewhere.
Well, we bagged and tagged everything. I may have to walk over to the camera with this, but oh, great! I wrecked the Ziploc. Genius.
Yeah, that's
Look
those,
at that.
that's those fancy Christmas bags.
We will be getting a different Ziploc.
I have to go to Rubbermaid.
All right, so we'll pick one that moves pretty good, and I got to go through and do bellows and stuff on these. I know. Heat that up before you try to take it off. Red Loctite. So the exhaust valve has a definite up and down side, and it's got this dowel pin. You see
Well,
that?
it says up right there.
And it says up. So the exhaust valve slides in, Lonnie, and then if you look in the cylinder, you can see it goes out. It goes in or out. Like the bellows can push it in. That's how far it goes.
Interesting.
You can see it's there, and if it
Someone come up with
slides
that.
out, pulls up. And that changes your timing. If you can see that.
So those are adjustable.
No, you can change the spring.
Okay.
You can change the spring.
Which is why you were saying the ones had the yellow line on them.
Yeah, which is probably stock for all I know.
Okay.
All right.
All right, sidetracked. But good. Good sidetrack.
All right.
So I'm going to be piecing together the closeout here. But yeah, that was a good sidetrack.
Yep.
So there we go. So the exhaust valve, that guillotine, slides in and out and effectively changes your exhaust timing. So it's at an angle, and like the face is at an angle. You can see there's an angle cut on there. So it just changes your exhaust timing. So anyways, so my next step is to clean and inspect stuff, recondition as necessary. I am going to get a second opinion on a bunch of this stuff. My buddy Mike Fugelberg on that lake ride video, the really nice pumpkin, that's his. I'm going to ask Mike he's also a patron. You'll see his name up there in a minute. But I'm going to ask him to look at all the cylinders and whatnot, and we'll try to figure it out from there. So see if we think we can just dingle ball hone these and they're good. It looks like we probably can. But I'm going to get a second opinion. I'm really hoping I don't have to spend the money in Nicosil. The crank, I'm going to have Mike look at that too, but I have this feeling it's got to go in and get some work done to it. And now is the time. So I'll get all this stuff cooking, and then we'll get back to the chassis, and hopefully get the chassis mostly together by the time I have motor parts to put the motor together.
And then we'll have snow.
Everybody pray for snow. Everybody pray for snow.
Do the dance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever. Drink the shots of whatever.
Whatever
Whatever
yeah.
is.
Open your freezer, leave the door
We
open.
need some snow. So pray for snow. Hit subscribe and hit notifications. It's free. Subscribing on YouTube is free. I was asked that over the weekend. Don't I have to pay? And no. Subscribe is free. Notifications are free. We really appreciate all the people that have been giving us super thanks. You guys are awesome. And then, of course, we got to talk about the patrons for a second. So the patrons, they support the channel each month with a small donation. And in return, they get to watch all the videos early and ad-free. They get patron-only videos. They get some patron posts and updates from me about where I'm going and what I'm doing and what's going on. And so they get some behind-the-scenes insight. And of course, they get their names up on the screen. So patrons, we salute you. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I can't say it enough. Pray for snow.
See you on the trails.